We are on, we are going on live. We are now on, we can go live now. I want to start sharing. Okay, I think my lightning is a little bit, so I want to okay, I'll first of all raise the volume. Yes, yes, okay. Yeah, 4 people are online now. Uzi, Colette, Chimoanya. Please remember, I don't know your surname. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please write that you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please write that you can hear me. I don't know if you are seeing the board very well. I don't know if you are seeing the board very well. Can you see the board? Please, if you can hear me, write your name and say that you can hear. Okay, thank you, blessing. That you can hear me. Yeah, thank God. So I'm so sorry we did not start on time because we are struggling to set up. Setting up was problem, but now we are live. Now, remember what I promised you. You must stay to the end of the class. You must stay to the end of the class. Everybody will stay with their own phone, okay, because I need you to be online, and as well you are getting some marks for it, so you have to be online, okay. Yeah, I want to put this fan here so that we can start the class. I want us to start immediately, and we are going to learn so many things today. Yes, because I have a lot of things to teach you people today. So I can see that 10 people are online. If you're among these 10 people that are online, please write your name, your surname. Remember, some people are having different surname, the same surname. If you are bearing the same surname with someone, in order not to, lose your own. Okay, so you struggle to write your own surname. Okay. Hello. Who is this person? Please, I'm teaching online. I'm teaching online. Call me later. All right. So we are ready, are we? Today, I want to welcome you all to my live class today, and today we are going to be learning mostly grammar, German grammar, and we have a lot of things to learn. First of all, we'll be learning the irregular verbs in German, some of the irregular verbs in German, the conjugation of these irregular verbs, and as well the accusative and the nominative, trying to explain them very well using these irregular verbs. After that, we'll go on to learning the separable verbs that you don't know and how to use them in sentences. There are different types of separable and non-separable verbs. We are going to look at them properly in this class so that you understand these things. Please know that these things are very essential. If they are not essential, you will not be learning them. I hope you can see the board. Can you see the board? If you can see the board, please write you can see the board. Remember, you must participate fully in this class. You must participate fully in this class. And I have strategies to find out those that stayed throughout the end of the class. Now, you people, we are 10 before. Now you are 6. Because some people want to just come and write their name and go out. So if you are still streaming, I'll be telling you what you'll be doing. It is those things you are doing in the comment section that I will use to evaluate you at the end of the class. And then we will also have time for answering questions, okay? The third thing I will be teaching you is possessive articles in the pronoun, in their pronouns, okay? How to use the possessive as a pronoun. So we are going to learn that one today. So we have a lot of things to learn. without wasting much of our time, I want to go ahead and then start. I'm so sorry. I want to go ahead and start the first class, which is present tense. Okay, present verb meets vocal vexel. Okay, you don't need to be seeing me. What you need to see is the board. Okay, so let us start now. If you are not hearing me, you let me know in the comment section. Okay, so we have, this is German grammar. So let us write it here for the records. Let it be here that this class is a German grammar class. And today we are going to look at presence, and we are looking into verb. Please start making your notes. Make your notes with vocal vexel. Okay? We are going to look into some of the verbs that are in the present tense, but they have a vowel change. I don't know, can you see what I wrote on the board? Okay, the board is far. All right, so is it near now? Can you see it now? Is it closer? Is it closer now? It's not closer. I need to put this in the way. Please write if you can see the board properly now. Oh my God. Can you see the board now? Are you seeing it now? It is slanted, but my phone is not even slanted. Okay. Can you see it properly now? The board is okay. Yes, ma, I can see it. Can others see it now? If you can see it, please let us know that you can see it now. Let me try to know if I can get another tripod. Can you see the board now? Let me know. Let me get my distance. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the noise. Okay. The words are not clear. I will try to write boldly. What I have here is present, verb meets vocal vexel. Present, verb meets vocal vexel. That's what I have there on the board. I want to also use this other of my phone to be checking out how everything is looking, so that I can use it and judge from what you are saying. Okay. Okay. Can you see the board now, because I want to start? This order of my phone, everything is even turning upside down. What's happening? Okay, let me try. Please, I want to use my phone to check the view so that I'll be sure that everybody is seeing it. I want to use my other phone because I'm also live with my other phone. So I want to be sure that the board is clear. From here, I can see, okay, from this one, I can as well see exactly what I've seen. Okay, I think the board is pretty okay like this now. Eh? Okay, somebody said I should take the phone to the board so that they can write the topic. I will take it closer now. Are you seeing it? Can you see it? You write it. Presence, verb meets vocal vexel. Present, Verben mit Vokalwechsel. Present, Verben mit Vokalwechsel. Are you seeing it? Have you written that? Okay, good. I believe that now you have written the topic. Now, some of these verbs we want to treat. Okay, I'm monitoring from my other phone. I think you can see everything now. So, some of the things we want to treat today, there are most of the things that you know. So, I will first of all go into conjugating these verbs. When I'm done conjugating these verbs, we are going to use them to make sentences. And as we are making the sentences, we are going to be looking into the nominative and the accusative case. Okay, we are going to be looking into the nominative and accusative case. First of all, we are doing the present tense. I want us to truly understand the present tense before we go ahead, okay, to talk about past tense, because of course we are still going to learn the past tense. And most times people get confused on how to make sentences in the past tense in German. And because of this, you have to first of all understand your present tense properly before you rush into past tense. And I say to myself, there is no need for you to be rushing. Meanwhile, the first one you are supposed to learn, you have not learned it very well. Okay? So I'm going to be writing a couple of verbs here. And then I'm going to be conjugating them for you. And then as well, I'm going to be using them in making sentences. These verbs, we are going to make sentences with them in the accusative. I hope you can see me properly. Now, here you have our nominative pronouns. These things are nominative pronouns, okay? These ones are nominative. So, if you have not understand the basis of nominative and accusative, just keep watching. We are going to explain all of them in this video. Remember, the only thing you need is my voice and not my face, okay? So that you can see the board properly. You need just my voice and not my face so that you can see the board properly. Even if you already know how to conjugate this verb, I want you to write them out in your notes. Write them out in your notes. Copy it back because I'm going to check it. Now, another thing I want you to do for me, this one is a favor because, of course, I promised you something for this class. I want you to share this post on Facebook. Share it now. Take a few minutes to share it now on Facebook, and we will wait for you to do that. I'm just going to be conjugating while waiting for you. If you have shared this post, write VIP in the comment section. If you have shared this post on Facebook, write VIP so that people will know that we are live. Some people can come and join us, okay? I need those views. I need this view to go up. Okay, so please help me and share this streaming now in there on your Facebook or your WhatsApp status. Okay, I want you to help me and share it. I don't know if this board is blurry. I don't know if it is blurry. I don't know if I still need to put the board closer. Or is it okay like that? We are going to be also seeing the basics of conjugation of verbs. There are some things that people don't understand when you are conjugating verb. I'm going to be explaining them slowly as we move forward. Remember, if you are confused concerning how to use your nominative and accusative, I am going to explain that very well in this video. I'm going to explain that very well in this video. So you are going to gain a lot. You are going to gain so much by the time we are done with the video. You will be so happy that you attended. You'll be so happy that you attended. These are not all the verbs that are with vowel changes, but we are looking into these ones first. Let me take a look at my other phone to be sure that you are seeing what we are doing. I don't want the network to be my problem this one. Let me see if I can draw this up a little. Okay, are we there? Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing it now? Someone is saying it's blurry. If it is blurry, it means if it is blurry, it means you are not watching with you are watching in a low version. So try to bring the board very close to the phone very close to the board. Can you see it clearly now? If you can see it clearly, write that you can see it clearly. Please, if it is blurry, know that you are watching with a low this thing. How do I say it? Low data or kind of low quality. Try to watch with higher quality. Now I don't even know what is happening. Nobody is responding. Tell me if you have shared the video and if this board is clear now so that we can proceed. And also I want you to write VIP if you have shared this video. If you are not on Facebook, you can share it on your WhatsApp status. Please share on your WhatsApp status if you are not on Facebook. Share on your WhatsApp status. And also remember to give this video a thumbs up. Like some of you are not giving this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, Joyce. I can see you have shared. Thank you. Thank you, Joy. Okay, someone said it's a bit okay, yeah? Okay, Chibike. Thank you so much, yes. Okay, good that you can see properly now. Now, let's advance because we have a lot to learn today. Now, one thing I want you to notice is that when you talk about making sentences in German in the present tense, okay, you are mostly looking at these pronouns here. You can see them, the ich, du, es, wir, ihr, sie, and the sie. And these pronouns are said to be nominative pronouns, okay? They are the nominative pronouns. Why are they the nominative pronouns? Remember, the nominative case is the subject case. I want to come out of the board so that you people can be seeing the board properly. The nominative case is the subject case. And when we talk about something being the subject case, it means it is the one that you will look at when you want to make a sentence. And you know that if you're making a sentence in German, you must conjugate your verbs, okay? You must conjugate your verb. So for you to conjugate your verb, you have to look at these pronouns. That is the ones you will use to conjugate your verbs. That means that these pronouns are showing that they are the ones that perform the action in a sentence, okay? They are the performers of the action in a sentence. Performers of the action in a sentence. So it is these pronouns that you will use to conjugate your verbs. Like some people don't know the pronoun to use to conjugate their verbs. When they see a verb in a sentence, they don't know how to conjugate it. When they want to make a sentence, oh, sorry, my fan. When they want to make a sentence in the present tense, they already know that they are supposed to conjugate their verb. But the problem they are having is that they don't know where to look at to conjugate their verb. So you are only going to conjugate your verb by looking at these pronouns, like asking yourself, who is performing this action? The person that performs the action is the one you will use to conjugate your verb. And then you will be asking yourself, okay, this person that is performing this action, is it ish? Is it I? If it is I, it means that your verb will end with E. That is one thing you need to notice. In the present tense, remember we have not started past tense, we are still talking about the present tense. Okay? Then you ask yourself, who is performing the action in this sentence? The person that is performing the action in the sentence, if it is a you, okay, that's you for informal, you to show that this person, you don't need to respect this person is your friend or your mate. Then your conjugation of verb will end with st. And also, if the person that's performing an action in a sentence, the name of the person is given. For example, if it is a man, they might say der man. If it is a woman, die Frau. If it is a girl, das Mädchen. Okay, you can notice that der man is a masculine noun. That means you can replace der man with he, and therefore your conjugation will come from this part. If it is a woman, you can replace it with he, therefore your conjugation will come from this part. If it is a girl, which is a neutral noun in German, you can replace it with s, and therefore your conjugation is going to come from this part. So if one person's name is made in a sentence, or you want to make a sentence using the name of one person, that is singular, one person, it means that the conjugation of your verb must be, it must follow the pattern of this z and s. Do you understand that? Now, you will always end your verb conjugation in the present tense the way it is in the infinitive. All these verbs are verbs in the infinitive because they have not been conjugated. So you are going to end the conjugation the way it is here. It's going to remain like that if you are using wir, and as well if you're using the zz. Remember, this capital Z means you for respect. You for respect. It can function in two ways. You for one person or more than one person that you need to show respect to. That is the capital Z. And we have always said that anywhere it appears in a sentence, it must appear in a capital letter. I'm sorry, I have flu, I have catarrh, and so please bear with me, my voice. And then this particular small z here shows they. Okay, I hope you perceive to that extent. Yeah. Okay, it shows they, which is they. They is the plural for he, she, and it. Okay, when you get the masculine, feminine, and neutral all together in one, you can get them as they. It can be boys, it can be girls, it can be boys and girls joined together. You can say them as they. You can see that your verb will remain the same. Now the question will be, what does it mean? This here is always confusing a lot of people. Here, what does it mean? This here. This here means you people to someone you don't need to show respect, but they are more than one. So it is the plural of do. This one shows one person, this one shows more than one person. They are people that are your friend, your age mates, you are familiar with them. You don't need to show respect to them. Thank you so much for those that have shared this video on their WhatsApp status and as well on their Facebook page. Thank you so much. Now, let us start cracking the conjugation of the verbs. For example, you have the verb lesen, verb to read. If you look closely, you can see that once you are using ich to make a sentence, all your verbs are going to end with e. So you only remove the end, you have ich lese. Now, because this verb carries a vowel change, you can see that there is I here, to list. Okay, and once you are making sentence with do, you must end your verb with st throughout. That is the way it is done. Then SES, you have the same thing, list. Okay, all the SES verb conjugation ends with T, okay, in the present tense. And then you have wir, which is lesen. It goes original here, lest. Now, I want to say something about this part. This part is the plural, okay? This part is the plural of the conjugation part, where these ones are the singular. So this one shows one persons, while this one shows more than one person. Okay, when a verb is like this, okay, or it has umlaut or whatever in the original form, if you are conjugating it in this part, the umlaut might not be there. But once it comes to this part, the umlaut will go back. So this verb takes the original part, okay? This from here down must take the original part of the main verb, the verb in the infinitive. It doesn't change. Changes mostly occur in the do and SES form. So you have here, I hope you get that. If you are making notes, these are the things you are supposed to be putting down on your notes. Okay, changes of irregular verbs normally occur in the do and the SES form. That is where the irregular verb shows that these verbs are irregular. Once you go to wir down, the verb goes back to its original conjugation. These are the things you should put down in your notes. Okay, yes. And then you have here, wir lesen, ear lest. You can see that this ear, most times it is always looking like this one. But because this one has a vowel change, so there is I here. But in other conjugations that are not irregular, this ear and SES, they are always the same. Except in modal verbs conjugation. It is only in modal verbs conjugation that the SES and the ish will be the same thing. Write it down. Only in the modal verb conjugation that the SES, okay, and the ish will be the same conjugation. It is only in modal verb that the ish and the SES will be the same conjugation. Write it down, okay? Write it down. I want you to write it down in your notes. I'm sorry about my voice. Please bear with me. I have flu, so please bear with me. Bear with me. My voice is not that good. Sorry about that. I hope you are writing the points that you are supposed to write. If you didn't get the point, let me know. Their Hund belt, okay? Es gibt Hund here. If you don't get the what I said, please let me know. If you don't get what I said, please let me know. Who is asking and who Adam Hule? Who are you too? This is German class, so please join us. Give us a thumbs up. If this is the first time you are seeing our channel, please try to subscribe. Now, let's go to the next verb, okay? You have the verb essen. This lesson is verb to read. You have the verb essen, which is verb to eat. Ich esse, du isst. So you can see the vowel changes to I, SST, SES, ist, wir essen, ihr esst. So once it goes back to the plural, it goes back to the original conjugation, okay? Ihr esst, sie essen, okay? They are eating, you are eating, okay? You people are eating, ihr esst. Now let's go to the next verb, which is verb nehmen, because we want to take the next step of the class, because I have another class by 10. I want us to finish what we came to learn. So nehmen is verb to take. So you have ich nehme, du nimmst. So the verb changes to IMMST. SES nimmt, wir nehmen, ihr nehmt, sie nehmen. The last verb I have here is verb fahren, verb to drive. We are going to do a lot about this verb once we go to the separable verb, different forms of this verb and how you can use them in a sentence, okay? Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you have not clicked on that like, okay? So fahren, so you have ich fahre, du fährst, es fährt, wir fahren, ihr fahrt, sie fahren. Good. Now we want to start making sentences in the accusative and the nominative case with these verbs. It is very, very important to know the difference between nominative and accusative. I'm going to teach you that immediately. And I want you to write down the sentences inside your notes. Yeah. If you are learning German and you don't know the difference between your accusative and your dative, and also your nominative, it's going to be a difficult problem for you. It's going to be a very difficult problem for you. Okay? Now we go back to, for us to do that, we have to go back to your daily das chart. Okay? Eine and Eine chart. Now I'm going to just write it for the record. If you don't have this chart, please copy it and write it in your notes. Or if you have it, you can still copy it again. We have the unbestimmter Artikel. I want to be a bit faster so that I can cover up unbestimmter Artikel. Okay, you have this unbestimmter Artikel as when you want to make a sentence with a or an, and then we have our casus. Our casus is the case, and then we have the sign for masculine. You have the sign for feminine, neutral, and plural. This class is very important for everybody that is learning German language. Okay, so we are going to look into the nominative and then the accusative. Okay, here our nominative is ein and the accusative is eine. I want you to write it down because we are going to be using this particular chart to make sentences. Okay, in the accusative, the masculine is einen, and then that is it. So there is no plural for a and an. I have said it before, there is no plural for a or, there is no plural for a or an. If you say some, that means there are some other ones that you did not include. So there is no plural for a or an. Bear that in mind. That's why we cancelled it. In our nominative, you want to say a something, so you have an ein. In the feminine, you have eine. In neutral, you have ein. So you have ein Mann, eine Frau, ein Kind. Okay, there is nothing for plural. You just say Kinder, Männer, Frauen. You just mention them like that. Okay, now in the accusative, sorry, look at what I wrote as my accusative. Sorry, accusative, please. In our accusative, okay, you can see that our masculine is the only one that is going to take en, and it changes to einen. Eine for feminine, feminine will remain the same, and ein, neutral will remain the same. Please copy it down. I'll give you 2 minutes to copy it, okay? I am going to automatically clean it and look into the bestimmte article so that we can now move forward to making the sentence that we want to make, so that we can now move forward to do exactly what we came to do. By moving forward now, it's going to help us to achieve other aim that we came to achieve today. I'm taking a little break to take some work. Yes. Okay, let's continue without wasting time. We want to look at the bestimmte article. We want to see the sign for bestimmte article. So you also write down for bestimmte article. Nominative, you have the der. Feminine is the die, and the neutral is the das. The plural is die. And our bestimmte article is to show that we want to make a sentence with die. Okay? That is the D here. This is it. To say the something, okay? When you want to say the something, that is it. Copy it immediately. Copy it immediately. Thank you so much. Some are saying they are done copying. That's very great. Bestimmte article, yes. That is for definite articles, to show definite that this thing is this. Okay, this is a pen. This, bring the pen for me. Give me the pen. Okay, where is the pen? When you want to say D for something. Okay, so you have your nominative as der, feminine as D, neutral as that. There is a plural D. The feminine article is always like the plural for all of them in the nominative case. Then in the accusative, our masculine will as well change to them. Remember that in the unbestimmte article, our masculine, this call has disconnected us. I received a call, it disconnected us. So I give you some time to copy it in 2 minutes. Please copy it. We want to go ahead automatically and start the class. We want to start learning how to make sentences in the nominative and accusative. Let us see the differences. You need to know it in order to proceed. If you don't know it, it will be difficult for you to understand the German language. Sorry, I'm sipping my water. You know, I take some time to sip my water to refresh my throat. Good. If you are finished copying, write down in the comment section. If you have, oh, thank you. Someone has said that they are finished. Thank you. Faith, Onye Mechi. Okay, Onyinye, thank you. Perpetua Nancy, thank you. Ugonna Jennifer, thank you. And then Lucia Ifed. Okay, Faith, thank you. Now let us go to making sentences in the and using the verbs we just learned. Okay, we want to use the verbs we just learned to make sentences, and in which we are going to show their accusative and the nominative. We want to really understand the difference between the accusative and the nominative. Thank you for liking, sending me love. Thank you so much. You are encouraging me. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Now let's make a sentence, okay? Now, the first sentence I want to make is, okay, number one. Let's use this one. So the verb we have here, we use here is lesen, nominative. Okay, let's use accusative. Okay, take your time and copy, please. Copy the sentence you have on the board. Once you have finished copying, please write down. Take your time and copy. If you have finished copying, write done. Share this video, give us a thumbs up. It's only 4 people that have liked this video, but I have up to 20 something persons watching. Please click like for me. I want the increase at least to the number of people that are watching. Please click like for me. I'm begging you, click like. If you are done, please write done. If you are done copying it, please write done. Thank you. Jenny, Chris is done copying. Faith is done copying. Very good. Uzi is done copying. Otichibike is done copying. That's good. Mesoma is also done. And also Lucia is done. Now, let's go ahead. Let's start explaining the sentences, okay? The first sentence said, Ngozi lists einen Roman. Ngozi lists einen Roman. Sometimes in the exam, you'll be given some verbs in the brackets and you are asked to fit in the correct form of the verb inside the sentence. So these are where you are going to fit the correct form of the verb, and I have already done that. But I want us to understand the difference between nominative and accusative, so that at the end, when you want to make a sentence, or maybe if you are writing a story, or you want to summarize a story that you have read before, you can now know how to make sentences and say exactly those things that you want to say without making mistake. Okay, there is no difficult thing there. Now let's look at this sentence. Ngozi lists einen Roman. That can be translated as Ngozi is reading a novel. Now, note that Ngozi is a female name in Igbo language in Nigeria. Ngozi is a female name. Okay, so is a woman, she's a girl reading a novel. In this sentence, why do we conjugate our verb to end like this? The thing you have to understand is how this verb changed to be like this. Okay, it's because we ask the question, who is reading a novel? Wer liest einen Roman? Who is reading a novel? And the answer is Ngozi. Then the next question I will ask is, this Ngozi that is reading this novel, what is the gender of Ngozi? Is it a man, a woman, or is it between? Is it a neutral noun? So you ask whether it is a masculine, feminine, and neutral. So the first question you will ask is the question of the gender of the person that is performing the action. So the person that is performing the action here is Ngozi. It means that this Ngozi is our nominative. This is the nominative in this sentence. Ngozi is the performer. Therefore, Ngozi is in the nominative. And we also have nominative pronouns. So if I want to replace this Ngozi, what pronoun will I use? If you know the pronoun, write it in the comment section. Remember, before you make a sentence, I want to see those that know the pronoun. Write it in the comment section. Before you make a sentence, you have to conjugate your verb. And then for you to conjugate your verb, you have to find out the performer. That is the performer of the action in the sentence. Good. Okay. I can see Dara said Z. Uzi said Z. That's good. Others, they don't know it. Kenneth, marvelous. Okay. Z. Mesoma Immaculate said Z. That is correct. All of you are correct. Very good. I can see Jennifer said Z. Kamsi also said Z. That's great. But you have to always ask two questions. Number one, who is performing the action of what I want to write now? Who is performing this action? Number two, the next question you're going to ask is, how many are they? So you ask the question of number. Now, how many is this name, Ngozi? Ngozi is how many? Tell me in the comment section. What is the number? We have asked the gender, we say that it's Z. The number is what? Who knows the number? Ngozi, what's the number for it? How many is Ngozi? Tell us. How many is Ngozi? Tell us. Let's see those that knows the number. Thank you. Ugonna Jennifer said 1. Uzi said 1. That's correct. Because Ngozi is 1, in that part of my conjugation where I have each, do, SES, I am going to choose that is for singular. So I'm going towards that singular part to look at the conjugation, and I say it's female. I will find out that the conjugation I'm going to use to conjugate this verb is the one that is from A, Z, and the S. That is where you get it. So if you want to make any sentence and you are not using ish, say other things, you can say them in German once you know the verb. Once you can conjugate the verb, because you ask yourself three questions. Number one, who is performing this action that I want to write down? This sentence I want to write down, who is the performer? Once you find out the performer, you ask yourself, how many is this performer? You ask question of number. Okay, 1 or 2. Okay, good. Then you now ask yourself, what is the gender? Here, you can now know whether it's masculine, feminine, or neutral. Then you choose where you can get your conjugation. And that is why you have Ngozi as our nominative, Ngozi list. Now, whatever Ngozi is doing is our direct object. Okay, this is our accusative. And this our accusative is a masculine accusative. So we have accusative masculine because Roman is the name for novel in German, and it is der Roman. It is a masculine noun, der Roman. So you will ask yourself, what is Ngozi doing? Now, Ngozi is reading a novel. You can see that this novel is a direct action. It is only Ngozi and the novel that she's reading, and therefore it is a direct action. Therefore, our Roman should be put in the accusative case, because accusative case means a direct action. So it is you and what you are doing. So you see Ngozi and what Ngozi is doing. What is Ngozi doing? Ngozi is reading a novel. I can novel in the nominative. I can say I'm Roman here, because this Roman is not in the nominative. Always notice the articles that show nominative and articles that show. We have said in our masculine article for accusative, it is going to carry einen. The masculine article is going to say einen. It's going to say einen, okay? because it is in the receiving side. But if I say something like, their roman is gross, the novel is big, then the novel is the performer, so the novel will be in the nominative, because it's only the novel that is performing the action, and it is only the novel that is also in that sentence. That shows that that novel is in the nominative. Okay, I will give you some time to think about what I have just said. I think some people are a bit slow. Some are slow, they are not catching up on time. I'm noticing that some of them are still writing that Ngozi is one now. Meanwhile, we have gone far. So let us wait a little and continue. Just give them 2 minutes. We wait for like 2 minutes, then we'll move ahead. What I want you to understand first is the concept of accusative and then the nominative. That's what I want you to understand. So good. Now let's go to the second sentence. The second sentence, Emeka felt in the tunnel. Emeka felt in the tunnel. Emeka is driving into the tunnel. Okay. Now, Emeka is the one that is performing this action. Emeka is just one. You ask yourself, what's the gender of Emeka? Emeka is a masculine noun in Igbo language, okay, a name of a man, a boy or a man. So it is masculine. So you have Emeka felt in the tunnel. So you ask yourself, wer fährt in den tunnel? Who is driving into the tunnel? That is Emeka, and Emeka is our nominator. I've already explained how you conjugate your verb to first. We're going to be looking at Emeka to conjugate the verb. So you look at this person to conjugate your verb. You don't just see a sentence and start putting anything you like. You must ask yourself who is performing the action. Once you find out the performer, then you ask yourself what is the performer doing. There is nothing coming in between this Emeka and this tunnel, so that is accusative. So our tunnel here is in the accusative, okay, and it's also a masculine noun, and therefore it will carry N. So notice that it will carry N. Remember, masculine changes to einen or den. It will no longer. Sorry, the network. Sorry, network is our problem. It just goes off and comes up. Let's see the next one. Der man nimmt eine Pizza. So you see, the man is taking a pizza. Now you ask yourself, who is taking a pizza? Wer nimmt eine Pizza? Der man. So der man here is the performer, is in the nominative. So it bears the nominative sign, dear man, because man is masculine. Eine Pizza is the receiver of the action performed by this man. It is the pizza that the man is eating, and our pizza is a feminine accusative. Okay, that's our accusative feminine. So you must learn the genders of these nouns for you to make a proper sentences. For you to make a proper sentence, you know the meaning. Please try to know the gender. So you learn nouns in German by learning their gender. The number 4 says, das Kind ist ein Eis. Das Kind ist ein Eis. So das Kind, the child, is eating an ice. Okay? And then our verb is conjugated in S form, S ist. Okay? Because that is, it is S in the conjugation. And then an ice is also S, is also a neutral noun. It remains like that in the accusative. I'm sorry that my board is very small. This is accusative neutral. Then when you use plural wir, your verb remains the same. This one, there is no gender for it because it's just a plural noun, a plural pronoun. Okay, wir lesen ein Buch. Ein Buch is also our accusative neutral. Now, I have already explained nominative is the performer of the action. Nominative is the performer of the action. You always performing the action. As the question of who is performing the action to conjugate your verb. The next thing again is you ask yourself, that plural, that is the question. Be writing these questions down. When you have figured out whether it's singular or plural, masculine, feminine, or neutral, then you will know where you get your to ask if that now is. I don't know if we are still on Robin. I don't know if we are still online. Online. I want to talk. Please, we are back, right? We are back online now. I had to switch network. Like the network is crazy. Yeah, the last thing I was saying is that any sentence you want to make in German, you have to be considering certain things. The first thing is that you have to ask your question, who you have to ask some certain question like who is performing this action or what is performing the action. After you have finished asking this question, you will ask how many are those things performing this action or how many are these persons performing the action. That is question of number. After you have finished asking that, you will now ask yourself what is the gender of the persons performing the action to know whether they are in plural or in singular. Then, if somebody's name is mentioned, that name shows that the person is either a man or a woman, a man or a woman. So you know that your conjugation will come from AZ and S form. If more than one person's name are mentioned, then your conjugation in the sentence will be in the plural form. It will mostly going to be the original form of the verb. I want to be sure that we are seeing everything. Now, I want us to go to Trennbare Vorsilben. Okay, let's go to Trennbare Vorsilben. After which we will go ahead and do the possessive pronouns in their possessive article in their pronoun. Okay, there are some certain Trennbare Vorsilben that I want to introduce to you, which you might not have known. Okay, there are certain Trennbare Vorsilben that I want you to see that you might not have seen. I want you to know that these verbs are existing, and I want you to learn how to make use of these sentences. Okay, I am going to get a book now. I forgot to bring that book. Let me get a book that will actually help us to learn. Sorry for all this opening and closing of the door. Okay. Okay, I'm going to clean the board now so that we can go to the next thing we have. I pray that network will not be our problem so that we can achieve all we want to achieve today. We have three main topics we want to talk about. Very, very important. Very, very important topics. I believe now that you have understood the difference between nominative and accusative. If you have any question, this is the time for you to ask the question in the comment section. Please ask your question now. If you have any question based on the one we just finished doing, can you ask the question now? Okay, thank you. Kenneth Marvelous said she understood everything. Can you people see the board? I hope this thing will just stay put. Ma, please repeat the second example. And I have even, Ma, what if the gender is feminine and the things being referred to is a thing in English, but a feminine gender in German? Um, Okay, so Blessing doesn't have any question. If the thing is in feminine, you'll be asking yourself, is it the feminine that is, even if it is English now, like pizza, is it the one performing the action or the one receiving the action? For example, if I say, let me answer that question. If I say the pizza is lecker, the pizza is lecker. The pizza is lecker. This is a sentence. The pizza is delicious. Now, in this sentence, it is only this pizza that I have. Okay? This pizza is my nominative case. It is the performer of this action and it is in the feminine. Even though the pizza is a borrowed word, it has its own gender in German and it is feminine. Okay? In this sentence, I have only one noun, and this noun I have is the pizza. That is feminine. This is a nominative sentence. How will I also know? Because this is verb sein. This verb sein always denotes nominative. There are two different verbs that denote the nominative case in German. You have the verb sein and the verb werden, verb to become. Verb sein, verb to be, and verb to become. So these two verbs always show that the sentences are in the nominative case. Now let us see this pizza in the accusative case. So I can see der Junge isst eine Pizza. Now you can see the difference between the two sentences. Der Junge isst eine Pizza. Der Junge is the boy. The boy is eating a pizza. So in this sentence, this is our performer here now. This is the one eating the pizza here. And it is the nominative and it is a masculine noun. What it is eating is the receiver, direct receiver. It is just this person and this thing. There is no other noun in between. Nothing is coming between the person that is performing the action and the action the person is performing. That is how you know that this one is accusative. Okay, the pizza is now in the accusative and it is feminine. If you look at the Unbestimmter article that I gave you before this thing, you can find out that in that Unbestimmter article, I showed that the feminine remains the same both in the nominative and is accusative. So it is only the masculine that changes. So it is only the masculine you have to look at for when it is changing. Do you understand it now? Okay, the person that asked the question, okay, Ma, please, where did you say changes are to occur in the irregular verb? Okay, I said that the changes that occur in irregular verbs are in the do and the SZS form. The do and SZS form. Ma, these changes that occur in the irregular form, are there any exceptions? Are there irregular verbs that doesn't use this same pattern? Okay, there are so many verbs in German, there are different conjugation, okay, for each verb. There are some that the only changes that happen to them is just the umlaut, while some will have to change to I, okay, some will not have IE. You just have to learn them as you meet, as you learn German language, like as you are reading textbook, you'll be noticing them. Your work as a student is to notice some changes in anything you are doing. So someone says, so since it's masculine gender, we use a, Z, regardless whether it's a thing in English or no. What we are saying is, obedient, please, what we are saying is, you have to know the gender of that noun, okay? You are only using a to represent masculine genders, and you use Z to represent all feminine genders, you use S to represent all neutral genders, okay? You have to know the gender of that noun, okay, before you can represent. You cannot just choose anyone you like to represent it. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. Do we still have any question, or we can move ahead? Okay, Chukujeku blessing, thank you too. Okay, Can we now move ahead? I have explained the concept of nominative and accusative. Your work is when you are making a sentence, you have to be asking yourself, who is performing and who is receiving, okay? Yeah, okay, thank you, Marvelous. So Marvelous said we can move on. Now let's go on with verbs, verbs with prefixes. Okay, in this case, we want to look at Trennbare Vorsilben. Okay, you can say Trennbare Vorsiiben. Vorsiiben is prefixes. Now, I want to start from the smallest to the biggest one, okay? Because some of these big ones you don't know them, and I don't want them to confuse you. So I want to start from the small to the big. I want to start from the small to the big. Okay, I want us to start from the small to the big, and this is why I went to get that textbook that I want to use to show you. Okay, in German there are separable verbs. Okay, after we have finished doing the separable, we are going to show you some prefixes that cannot be separated. I know that you might know some of them, but there are some things you need to know too, which you might not even know. That is why I have to stress on it, after which we will go to the last thing we have today. So let us see these verbs. I want to start with this first group, after which I will go over to the other group. Please copy your notes. Copy your notes. If you have not given me a thumbs up, if you have not liked this video, and you have not shared this video on your Facebook, please do that for you to get your gift that I promised you. You know you are not doing it for free. Follow instructions so that you will not cry at the end and say, hey, I was there, I was there. Follow your instructions. I don't know if you can see this part. Okay, I don't know if you can see the last ones there. So I don't want to write much so that we can actually not miss anyone. So I have some verbs here on the board. Please start making notes. I have different forms of this separable verb, different groups of these separable verbs that I want to discuss. Oh, someone said they can't see. Oh, all right, let me put it this way. Can you see it now properly? I want to know if it is clear now. Why is it blurred? It should be network. If now they said it's actually clear, please check your quality. Check your video quality and increase it. Please increase your video quality. You that is watching a please, you that is watching this video, try to increase your video quality. You can see it clearly. Increase your video quality. If you increase your video quality, you can see it. Increase your video quality to see it. Go to your settings, click on quality, click on high picture quality. Are you seeing it now? It will be clear. Go to your setting. On top of your phone, you will see setting. I don't know if you are getting it. Go to your phone. As you are watching this video now, click on that your screen. The sign for setting will come out. You click on that setting, and then you click on video quality. Okay. you will now click on higher quality. You can now see it clearly. Have you people finished copying? If you are, tell me that you have finished copying so that I can start explaining. Thank you. Marvelous. Okay, it's now clear. Very good. Jenny said it's clear now. Jenny, please. Okay, now I want to know if you have finished copying so that we can. Oh, Blessing has finished copying. You are really fast. Blessing has finished copying. Okay, yeah, Perpetua said it's clear now. Good. If you have finished copying, is it only one person that have finished copying? Okay, Onyinye has finished copying. Very good. Good. Who else has finished copying? Is it only two people? Okay, Judith has finished. Faustina said it's clear now. Okay, great. Some people have not heard their names. They have not said anything. Like somebody like Colette, I have not seen her say anything here. Okay, I have not seen Colette on this video. Okay, Uzi, thank you. Chukwujeku said she's done. That's great. Now, I want to give the meaning of each of the verbs. I will give you the meaning, you write it beside it. Then we will take them one by one and make a sentence. After which we will now go to the other level of separable verbs that I want to give to you. The first verb we have there is abholen. Abholen. That is to pick up, to go pick up. This sentence can be used if you want to say, let me go and pick my children from school. You know, let me go and pick up my children. They have just finished their classes. Let me go and pick them up. Abholen. Or let me go and get some food to eat from the kitchen. You can use them to make these sentences. Let me fetch some water. Okay? Can use it to make such sentences. Good. The next thing again is angrufen. Angrufen. There is a difference between holen, sorry. Remember that these prefixes means that they might change the meaning of the main verb. Okay? And I want you to notice that the prefixes here are mostly what you call the prepositions. Like ab is a preposition, an is preposition, af is preposition, aus is preposition. It's only this ein here that is a number. Okay, number eins. Okay, mit is a preposition, for is preposition, weg is not a preposition, but it is a word. Then to is a preposition. Okay, and we also have this one, turuk, which shows which means back is a word too. So most of these prefixes are prepositions, and because they are prepositions, you can separate them. That is why they are trennbare. Or they are words that can stand on their own. For example, ein means one, it can stand on its own. Weg means way, a road, or whatever, which is a word on its own. And turuk means back, which is also a word on its own. Do you understand why they are separable verbs? Okay, Colette is trying to let me know that her name here is Emily. Emily, okay. I have not seen Emily since participating. I didn't see her since participating because I have seen some people writing. After I will check whether when Emily came into when she joined us. Okay, that is good. Good to see you here, Colette. Now, do you understand what I mean? That these ones are prepositions on their own, and that is why you see them like this. They can be separated. That's one thing you need to know. Okay, first thing you need to know about separable verb. Another thing you need to know about them is that these verbs that are this way, that are not in the preposition, are verbs on their own. They are main verbs. They have their own meaning. Okay, by adding this prefix, they might alter the meaning of this verb, or it might still remain the same, but the majority of time, or most of the time, it alters the meaning of these main verbs. So let me go ahead and tell you. Holen can be to hold something, to pick something, but abholen will tell you that it will mean to pick up. Rufen on its own, rufen is like to call. to call someone, to make a call. Okay, rufen is to call. But then anrufen is to make a call with your telephone. Rufen is to call someone. Anrufen is to pick your phone and make a call. So you can see the difference. Rufen, Ngozi, Obi, where are you? But anrufen is when you are on the phone. And telephone, mitiem and them, when you are on phone with someone. Then you also have afmachen. Afmachen. Machen is verb to make or to do. Okay, but in this case, afmachen means to open something. You can use it to this sentence to say, let me open this bottle of wine, let me open this bottle of Coke and drink. I hope you are writing the English meaning down. I hope you are writing the English meaning down. Anyone you don't get the meaning, please let me know. Okay, so you also have ausfüllen. Ausfüllen is to fill in. For example, to fill in a form, to complete to fill in the gaps in the sentence. Okay, you can use it to make that sentence. And as well, einkaufen. Kaufen is to buy. Einkaufen is to buy. Kaufen is like you can go for shopping, to shop in the supermarket and all that. We also have bringen. Bringen is to bring something, while mitbringen means to take with you, to come along with something, to bring something along while coming. That is mitbringen. Okay, bring meet there means with, so you are coming with that thing. So you also have vorbereiten. Bereiten. Okay, vorbereiten. That is to prepare. To prepare something before the time, to get ready to prepare. We also have gehen. Gehen, which is to go. And then you have weggehen. Weggehen means to go away. Another verb we have there is zu sagen. Zu sagen. Sagen is verb to say something. But if you add the prefix to in front of it, it means to accept. Can you see? This particular verb changed entirely. It has nothing to do with the original form, because sagen means to say, but zu sagen is to accept. And we also have zurückkommen. Kommen is to come, but zurückkommen means to come back. To come back. So we are going to take the few of them to make a sentence, while we now go straight to the other main verbs that we want to talk about. Okay, so we are going to take the few of these separable verbs and we use them to make a sentence. And remember, we have already done the nominative and accusative. While we are making a sentence, we are going to also be considering accusative and nominative in those sentences. Of course, you cannot make a sentence without writing the accusative and dative. If you have any question, like if there is anyone, yes. Okay, somebody said, Ma, you are a little fast. Okay, Uchenna said she did not understand. Which one did you not understand? Can you please write it down in the sentence? Can you please tell me what you did not understand? Uchenna, Ukiwi, I think. What is it that you did not understand? If you have a question, you can ask now. Someone said I'm a bit fast. I don't know if my video is showing the topic we are dealing with. Please, I'm expecting your question. I said that afmachen is to open, okay? And I said you can use it to talk about opening a bottle or anything, you know, to open up, to open something. Afmachen is to open something, like a bottle. Okay, the second to the last one, Kufri said she didn't get the second. I said it is verb to sagen. To sagen is to say, to accept. But the verb that is sagen on its own means to say something. Okay, but if you add the prefix to in front of it, it means to accept something, or to accept an invitation, accept somebody, something like that. Do you get it? Remember, we are saying that these are front of main verbs. These verbs can stand on their own without the prefixes. It will mean something else. But if you add prefix in front of them, it will alter the meaning. They will change their meaning. They will mean another thing. Okay, good. Now let's pick some of them and make some sentences. Okay, you are welcome, Kufri. You are welcome. Somebody says she did not get the, Onye says she didn't get vegan. Vegan means to go away, to go away. Okay, someone, Chibike says okay, Blessing says the video is okay. Thank you. The second to the last one, Perpetua says the second to Nancy. So the second to the last one, I'm still explaining. Sagen is verb to say something, but to sagen is to say you accept something. Okay, now let's make a sentence. Let's make sentences with them. Okay, die Mutter holt die Kinder ab. Die Mutter holt the Kinder ab. The Mutter is our nominative, the performer of the action. The Kinder is the receiver. So this is our nominative feminine. Sorry, I wrote masculine. Nominative feminine, I'm saying feminine, I'm writing masculine. Hold is our verb conjugated, so we name it verb 1. The Kinder is the people that are receiving this action, so they are accusative plural. Okay, that's why I remain the Kinder. Then this ab, let's name it verb 2. So this is part of our verb number 1, part of our verb number 2. Because they are separable verbs, you have to separate the prefix from the main verb. So your work is to conjugate the main verb and put the prefix at its end. There are some cases where the prefix cannot be separated, but you have not reached to that level. So now what we are looking at is where the prefix is separated. The last one is to comment. To comment, to come back, to come back. The last one means to comment, to come back. Okay, thank you. To come back, to comment, to comment. Okay, now let's see the second sentence. We can say their man. Oh, let me stop using their man. Let me use another sentence. Her Maya, okay, macht die Flasche auf. Okay, Her Maya is the one performing this action, is a masculine nominative. Macht is our verb 1 conjugated, and then the Flasche is our accusative feminine. I'm so sorry, a lot of people are just disturbing us and they are making our line streaming to be disturbed. Okay, I don't believe that someone will come to ask me again, how do I get this verb marked? How do I get this verb? We are conjugating from aufmachen. We already know how to get the conjugation for each of the performer of the action. It is the performance we look at to conjugate. This is a man, Her Maya. Therefore, I'm going to conjugate in the er form. This is a female, the Mutter. I'm going to conjugate in the sie form. Okay? Because this verb is separable, we'll put the remaining part of the verb at the end. Put the main verb in the second position. So we have our performer, the verb conjugated in the second position. Then we have our accusative following the third position, while the separable is the last thing you're going to say, and that is in the end position. That is in the end position. So you have Herr Maya macht die Flasche auf. Mr. Maya is opening the bottle. Okay? Now, let's look at the next one. In this place, I have my nominative masculine, der Opa, brains, that's my verb 1 conjugated. Then hamburger, that is my accusative masculine. Meet is my second part of the verb. So you have, der Opa bringt den Hamburger mit. The grandfather is bringing the hamburger along. The grandfather is coming with the hamburger. So the grandfather is bringing the hamburger along. Okay, so we have that. We are choosing sentences that will show us both nominative and our accusative. So you can see that the separable verbs, the pronouns are the last thing you will say. I will give you one more example and I'll go to the next part of the separable verb we want to do before we do the last thing, because we have to finish by 10. I have another class online by 10 o'clock, and that is our literature class. Please give me a thumbs up. Share this video if you have not shared it on your Facebook or your WhatsApp status. Share it now if you have shared the right VIP for extra mark. Okay, VIP for extra mark. Now I am going to make another sentence, okay, to complete it. Okay, I'm going to use two jargon because people have talked about two jargon. So I'm going to write here, dear chef. Okay, let me use feminine because I've used a lot of masculine here. Let me use feminine, the chefin sagt die Einladung zu. So I have the chefin here as my nominative, feminine noun. Sagt is our verb 1 conjugated. The Einladung is the accusative, feminine. And then zu is the second part of the verb. So I hope you can understand it now. The chefin sagt die Einladung zu. The chefin sagt die Einladung zu. So you have the female boss accepts the invitation. So to sagen is to accept. So you have the female boss accepts the invitation. Thank you, Jenny, for sharing. Faith Onyemachi, thank you for sharing. Favor Ifunanya, thank you for sharing this video. Share for extra marks. Okay. Okay. Judith says she can't see the end of the board. Okay, Lucia, thank you for sharing. Ife edit. Okay, Oti, thank you for sharing. Let me shift it. Can you see it now? The person that said she cannot see the end of the board. Okay, it's true that some of you cannot see the. Can you people see the end of the board now? Is it clear? I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you cannot see the end. Can you see the end of the board now? My board is just so small. And you know, I have to take my phone back for it to get the full this thing. Kenneth, thank you for sharing. Blessing, thank you for sharing. Faith, thank you. Also, Jennifer, thank you for sharing this video. Kamsi, thank you for sharing this video. Uzi, thank you for sharing. Marvelous, thank you for sharing. Jennifer, thank you for sharing. Kufri, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Okay, okay, Faith can see it now. Blessing, thank you for sharing. Ugonna, thank you for sharing. Perpetual Nancy, thank you for sharing. Wabweze Mesoma, thank you so much for sharing. I am so happy. Thank you, all of you, for sharing this video. Have you finished copying indicate? I hope you understand it now. I want us to go to the end of what we came to do. I'm looking at the time and I need us to really complete. It is only when I shift this board back, that's when one can see the board clearly. Is it better like this? Can you see it better like this? Okay, Kufri, you have a question you can ask. Kufri, ask your question. Can you people see the board better like this? Okay, I don't want to be blocking. Okay. Einladung. Can you see it now? Let me come out of the board so that you can see it. Can you see it now? If you can see the board now, Oti said I should use another sentence. For which one? No, there is no place you can use the prefix first before the main verb. Kufri is asking. There is no place you can use the prefix first before the main verb. In that cases, it means that the prefix is that the verb you are using is not a separable verb, rather you are using a preposition. I don't know if you are getting me. In any sentence where you see these prepositions first, okay, it means you are not using a separable verb, rather you are using the preposition. The only place, there is no way you can see this thing as a separable verb and the prefix will come first. No, it cannot happen in German language. Chibike, which one are you saying that I should use? If you can, Lucia, please, can you tell me if you can see the end of the board now? Because I've just shifted this board. You cannot use the prefix first. It ends at the end. It stays at the end of the sentence, okay, in the present tense. Ifedi, can you see the sentence now? Einladung is spelled E-I-N-L-A-D, Einladung, D-U-N-G, D-U-N-G. It is an invitation. It means invitation. It means invitation. From what I have taught you, I will send you assignments. From what I have taught you today, what is happening, Faith? Faith is saying, is it her or the network battle? As in, what's the problem? Okay, Faith, you can see it now. That's good. So I want to go ahead and give you some other form of the Trennbare Vorsilben. I have just used this one to show you examples of how the Trennbare Vorsilben will as well learn the Trennbare Vorsilben, how they can be used in the past tense, okay? You have to turn on your notification bell for you to always know when I post a video, especially when it is a German video that can interest you, that you need to learn. Oh, if Nanya is saying that her network is bad, I'm so sorry. Please, can you try to go to a place that you can have a stable network? And also, Faith, it's like your network is bad. All right, let us look at some verbs. Okay, I have written abfahren. I want you to know that we also have hinfahren. I'm going to explain all of them later. Then you have vorbeifahren. We have ankommen. You have losfahren. We also have wegfahren. We also have here aufstehen. And then you have mitbringen. We have seen that, which is the one we have just finished making sentence with. So I'm going to go ahead to give you weiterfahren. Okay, let me continue from here so that people can see very clearly what I'm doing. We have aussteigen. We also have einsteigen. We have nachdenken. We have zu machen. Because we have seen aufmachen, we have zu machen. We have umsteigen. And then there is herkommen. Herkommen. Then we have vorziehen. vorziehen. And then I can give the last one here, zusammenpacken. 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 I'll give you 2 minutes to copy. 2 minutes to copy. Let me shift this thing a little so that people can see it properly. Yeah. Take 2 minutes to copy. Someone is saying it's not clear. You're not seeing the writing. I'm bringing this thing closer so that you can see it. Can you see it now? Remember, your video quality is important. 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 Can you people see it clearly now? I've written it. Can you people see it clearly? Einladung. Faith is asking, what is Einladung? Einladung means invitation. Invitation. To invite somebody for something. Please, can you people see the writing now? Because I've shifted the board to come very close. Are you seeing the board clearly now? Okay, some people have finished writing. Thank you. Okay, Judith is done. Anachebe is done. Very good. Okay, thank you, Uzi. She says she can see it now. Very good. I'm sorry about the video quality. Okay, Ozo is done. So Jennifer Zimuzo is also done. That's great. So Ugonna Jennifer is done. So now that you have done copying it, I want to start explaining them one after the other. Okay, let's explain these separable verbs. The first one is hin. Hin. So you can see hinfahren. Okay, hinfahren. That hin, the Germans use them to show that you are going over there, over there, over there. So hinfahren. Maybe somebody will ask you, when are you going to go visit your grandma? You can say, ich fahre jetzt hin. I'm now driving over there. I'm going there now. Okay? Or ich fahre morgen hin. I will go there tomorrow. Okay? So hinfahren means you are traveling over there. That hin means there. So you have to understand first of all the prefix before you can understand it together with the main verb. Because automatically you know that the main verb is fahren, which is verb to drive. So the first thing you have to do is to first understand the verb. Okay? Yes. First understand the prefix, sorry, before you can now join it with the verb. The second one I have is vorbei. Vorbeifahren. Vorbeifahren is like to, because vorbei means like to by, to come by. So you have vorbeifahren as to pass by, to drive by. Okay, let me say you are driving by someone's place or you are driving by a certain area. So you say that ich bin dort vorbeigefahren. I drove by that place maybe yesterday or something. And also the verb I have here is ankommen. Verb kommen, of course, you know is verb to come. But once you put this an in front of it, it means to arrive. To arrive, okay? To arrive in a certain place at certain time. Maybe when you want to explain that your train arrived at so time, okay? And then we have the losfahren. Loss is like off, when you don't know yourself, when you are not there. So losfahren will simply mean to drive off. So when you drive off, nobody knows where you are driving to. But they ask, where is this person? He just drove off. Okay? Effect lose. Emeka felt loose. We don't know where he drove to. What we know that he drove off. Okay, that is it. Then we also have the wegfahren. Wegfahren is to show that one is driving away. Since weg means away, so you can use weiterfahren. I don't know if people can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Okay. Please, can you tell me where? Okay, wegfahren. Someone said they stop hearing at wegfahren. Okay, good. Okay, someone said they stop hearing at wegfahren. Wegfahren is to drive away. I have said that weg means away, okay? So it's a road, it's way. So wegfahren will simply means to drive away. Then we have aufstehen. Staying on its own means to stand. Aufstehen is to stand up. Aufstehen is to stand up. And then we have weiterfahren. Weiter means to continue. So weiterfahren is to continue driving, to continue moving. Can you people hear me now? Some people are still saying there. Please, can you people hear me? Some are still saying they cannot hear me. I am with the mic. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, indicate. If you can hear me now, indicate, please. Okay, good. Now, we have said weiterfahren is to continue driving. Then we have aussteigen, okay? Aussteigen. Steigen is like to increase, for something to increase. When it's on its own, it means to increase, okay? But if you put aus in front of it, it's like to come down, to climb down. And I have said that this climbing down can be to climb down from a train, a bus, to come out from that where you are, to climb down. And then we also have einsteigen. Einsteigen, sorry, I made a mistake here. I think it's one E, one S, sorry. Please correct the mistake. Oh, Einsteigen is one S. I have just cleaned one out. Einsteigen is one S. Correct your own. Einsteigen is one S. Someone is saying she cannot see the board. Can you see the board properly now? You can't see the board clearly. I'm drawing it closer so that you can see it. That's why I'm not even coming to show my face. Can you see the board now? Yes. If you can see the board, write yes, let me know. Oh, thank you, Kufri, for doing the correction. Mary Ann, please, your class will be, I have to finish with this class. I will signal you people, I will send message to you guys. Immediately we are online. So you people have to give me a few minutes because after this class, I have to like charge a little bit, charge up my gadgets a little bit, then we can continue. Okay? Mary Ann, you are in 200 level. Please tell your class members I'm going to, I'm going to start you people up once your time, just like in after I close this class, after like about 5 minutes, let's just say we'll be starting by 15 minutes after 10. Let's put it that way. Those in second year, 15 minutes after 10, you can come online. Okay, thank you so much for being there, Mary Ann. Thank you. Thank you so much for being there. 15 minutes after 10, you can come online. For second year students, 15 minutes after 10, you can come online. Okay, I'm continuing saying that Einsteigen is to come down, okay, to climb down, to come down from the train, Aussteigen is to come down from the train. Aussteigen to come down. Please don't, I'm confused now. Don't be confused with me. Aussteigen is to come down. Why Einsteigen is to climb inside. To climb inside the train, climb inside the bus, okay? To climb inside. Okay, Zugu, thank you. There is no problem, thank you. Please, 15 minutes after 10, you people will come online. Then nachdenken is to reflect, okay? To think about something, to think something over, to reflect. And then we have to machen. To machen is to close. Okay, we have seen afmachen to open. Machen on its own is to make or to do. Then to machen is to close something. Then steigen, we have said that steigen is to increase. So umsteigen here means to transfer to another bus. Let me say you are traveling with this bus or train, and then you have to come back to enter another train. Okay, or maybe you are traveling and your bus spoiled on the road, and they bring another bus for you people to enter. So that is umsteigen. You are transferring to another bus. Chinaza, please, you are in 200. Your class will start by 15 minutes after 10. Let me finish up with these people. Thank you so much for being here on time. Then the hair comment. Comment is to come. Hair comment, this hair simply means here. So hair comment means to come here, to come to me, to come to the person talking to you, come here. Okay? And I said that tihin can be to draw or to pull. Okay, tihin can be to draw or to pull. So that will be for tihin is to prefer this to this. Okay? To prefer something to the other. This one is more preferable. I prefer this thing than this one. Okay. And then the last one we have here is zusammenpacken. Zusammenpacken, which is to pack up. Okay. For example, pack up your bags. We are going to California. Pack up your bags. We are going to swimming. Pack up your bag. Going to Deutschland. Okay. That is zusammenpacken. And I'm so sorry that I cannot finish teaching you how to use the possessive article as pronouns. That is the next thing we are going to do next time we come online. Next time we come online, live class, we're going to teach that one. In class, we'll use our textbook. Once we come online, we do that one and other ones that we will have to do too. I give you a few minutes to please finish up. Few minutes to finish up the copying. If you are done, write done. If you are done, write done. Vorbeifahren means to drive past by, to pass by, to drive by somewhere. Okay, for example, you're telling your friend that you drove by that place when you were going to another place. Okay, vorbeifahren is that it's not your direction, but you came by that place. Okay, to pass by a place. Okay. All right. Olago Favor, your class will start in 15 minutes time. Thank you so much. Your class is starting by 15 minutes time. I need to charge my gadget a little for your class. That's why I'm going to, yeah. Please, Perpetua Nancy, we say that the one that is to climb inside is the Einsteigen, but the Aussteigen is to come out because out means outside, okay? Is to come out. I hope we are done now. Okay, Kufri, thank you. If you are done writing and getting all of them, say thank you. Wegfahren is to drive away. Okay, to drive away because weg is way. Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you, Mesoma Wabweze. Thank you, Lago Favor. We'll meet in 15 minutes time. Thank you so much, Nancy. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you, Kenneth. Marvelous. Thank you, Immaculate. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Chibike. Danke schön. Abu Faith, we will meet in 15 minutes time for your class. I need to charge up my things. Kamsi, danke schön. You learned a lot. That's great. Danke Onyinye. Danke Uchenna. Danke Favor. Danke. Favor, danke. Uzi, danke. Danke schön. Danke, thank you. Uzi and Uchenna, they're the same person. Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank. Wabeze, danke schön. That was superb. Thank you. Natürlich. Ich habe viel gelernt. That's good. Fortihin is to prefer. Fortihin is to prefer. I'm looking this way because I'm reading the comments. Fortihin is to prefer. Emily, danke. That's Colette. I understand. Danke. Okay. Thank you so much now. Yeah, Onyinye. Thank you. God bless you all. Yes, Faith says she enjoyed the class. That's great. Thank you so much, Faith. Zimuzo. Okay, Faustina. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Wabwez and Ngozi, thank you. Judith. Thank you. Judith, yes, you're a German speaking lady. You're too much. She's confronting me with a lot of German. That's great. Oh, Jennifer, danke. Favor, danke. Okay, danke sehr. Danke sehr. Thank you so much, Faith. Oti, thank you. You enjoyed the class. That's great. All right, guys, we have enjoyed the class. You people should be praying for me to be getting better so that I can be coming physically. Oh, I love you too, Nancy. I love you all. Oh, ich liebe euch. Danke. Danke sehr. Okay, Gunaya. Okay, yes, good. All right, I'm going to go off now. This is the end of our class. Remember to like if you have not liked us, subscribe and click on the bell notification. Anytime we have any German class online, you will know. Please click on the bell notification because very soon I'll be doing some other German classes. And the reason for this channel is that it will not just be what you will be taught in the class. Some other things that you need to know that nobody is teaching in the class will be doing them here. So please, is a different kind of German that you might not be seeing in the class. That's why you need to turn on your bell notification so that anytime I upload any video, you will know. So, ciao, ciao. Thank you so much. Kitos kunkatsa. I want to speak different languages now. Kitos kunkatsa, that's number one language. Which other language will I say? Xie, that one is Chinese for those that are doing Chinese. Then Paka for those that are doing Russian language. Kitos for Finnish language. Okay, Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, thank you so much for quick recovery. Thank you for wishing me a quick recovery. Einen schönen Tag auch, Faith. Ugonna, thank you. Okay, Uki, tschüss. Danke schön. Ngozi Mwabeze, danke schön. Okay, thank you all. Until I see you on the next video. Tschüss. Okay, thank you. Choose. So we are ending our live video now. You can now leave the video. Thank you so much. Share. So Chinese lady, share. Those people that are doing Russian Paka, choose for the German ladies. Au revoir for the French. Au revoir. A bientôt. Okay, a bientôt. All right, bye. I'm going off now. So bye. See you next time. Cheers. Let's start by charging our phone. So thank you for participating. Thank you so much. I also enjoyed the class. So thank you so much for participating. Oh, someone says Saronara in Japanese. I don't know if I'm getting it. Noka is which language? Saronara, Paka. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation. Maybe in class people teach me. Au revoir. That's great. Okay, thank you for the next class awaiting. Thank you so much. Choose. Okay, so we are ending live stream now.